As we near the last days of round 1 in both Java and Bedrock, here we present to you another Java match between the Forgotten Nerds and the Underrated. Quite a match, I would say, given the players that will be joining us for today. And we got quite a goated selection of maps as well. So I hope you will enjoy us. You will enjoy this match, just as we hope so. Hello. It's Friday, it's weekend, it's a perfect day for yet another CubeCraft League match here on YouTube. We're waiting for our 8 players to join us in the match. And they are already here. We present to you, if I'm correct, this will be the Forgotten Nerds. And that's that have been forgotten, of course. They are the first ones here to join. And what map will they be playing on the first game? You ask. That's gonna be Palace. Now we have here our underrated players, and these are the lineups that we will present to you. For the underrated, they are here: Bengdong, tifism, Pqblito, and IDreamAboutYou. While for the Forgotten Nerds, we have FoxiePandie, 8641, XYT, and MmIiAaMmIi. Interesting name, MmIiAaMmIi. All right. They have joined here, they have shown up. I think we are pretty much ready to begin the first game. Only on CubeCraft League. Tomorrow is gonna be one hell of a match day. It's gonna be the last match day. But today is also a very special day. The clubs are playing today. 1 hour later. We cannot wait to have them play today. Of course, right after this first match ends. With Palace and with Food, that's the second game, we begin this match. Right away on Palace. I predict that this will be one quick match. I hope so. So we have time to prepare for the next match that will take place between Swangear, Manant, and the clubs. And we begin here with the Forgotten Nerds making their bridge. 8641 is making that bridge towards mid. No egg defense so far. I can see that. For the other side, we have Pqblito already reaching mid quite a bit sooner than Orange. But they will have those free time to collect those diamonds first. So far, it's no fights. Though MmIiAaMmIi is quite the brave one, as we can see approaching the blue egg, which doesn't have any defense yet. Let's see if Pqblito manages to cover it in time, and they do. Pqblito covers the egg with Obsidian in time. That also means that MmIiAaMmIi won't be able to rush. Of course, why would you rush in this CubeCraft League? You don't expect anything less than an Obsidian egg. MmIiAaMmIi is now running away from Bengdong as they know that their end is near. They'll have to get away from here as soon as possible. And they surely make the runaway. Or maybe not yet. They still want to get that egg. IDreamAboutYou has left to the mid. They don't see MmIiAaMmIi as a possible threat. I mean, they are not. They need a diamond pickaxe as well. I don't think they have gotten that yet. tifism punches in an attempt to get them off the island. Doesn't happen. MmIiAaMmIi runs to mid. So do Bengdong and tifism. Bengdong combos with a stone sword. Right, to get them off to the void. Amazing. And, well, yeah, we have some Discord pings. I wonder who it is. But anyways, 8641 climbs up. 8641 climbs up. Now they go towards Bengdong. Bengdong is getting comboed this time. Bengdong tries to make a wall behind them so they can at least not fall to void. And what do we have here? FoxiePandie breaks the light blue egg. Could this be the early end of the underrated? Amazing so far. FoxiePandie might perish here due to having weaker gear. No issue for Pqblito though. They might still survive, but they don't have any anymore. FoxiePandie is now pretty much surrounded by Pqblito and IDreamAboutYou. The three of them now climb up. Let's see where this will go. FoxiePandie gets knocked off the bridge, and that's how it ends for them for now. Guess it's time for the entire blue team to gear up, to prepare for the counter attack. So far so good. Extra T is now getting those resources, waiting for blue if they ever come. Now, as always, as you might have noticed in our last matches, here comes the mandatory shout out to Kathy. All hate Kathy. I had to. I don't think she's watching right now, but here goes. You will have another one later in the clubs match. I'm pretty sure, but yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's see what XIT is doing. They're returning to orange base. MmIiAaMmIi is already geared up, so it's XIT. Nice. Very nice. It seems that one of them is now missing here from blue team. That one has been tifism, the first one to fall already. Here comes the rest of the underrated. Pqblito is making that bridge towards orange, that high bridge. That way they can bypass the entire orange team and go straight for the egg, even at the cost of leaving the entire team alone. If it's worth it, then maybe this play will be worth it. Pqblito is making that bridge, but we can see XIT already waiting for them. He's all alone, no one here to help, because they have a fight going on there at mid, so it's gonna be a bit hard in that case. XIT already waiting for them. Only if they had a bow, they could at least kick them off the bridge. But XIT has no choice but to climb up. And 8641 is gonna do that instead. 8641 tries to break the platform below. And here they come. This is a sumo battle. Pqblito is kicked off the bridge. Now XIT is gonna finish attacking. Looks like it's not time yet to get that egg. But lo and behold, we have our teammates already arriving here. IDreamAboutYou closer to the egg. XIT defending. But due to that, Bengdong is pretty much now alone. FoxiePandie at least sees them in time. Pqblito gets rid of 8641 and goes straight for the egg. This is a 2v1. FoxiePandie defending alone. Here comes XIT. Pqblito manages to box in. That egg is pretty much gone. And it definitely is gone. It's gonna be a fight to the death from now on. But it doesn't look like blue is gonna survive the combo that XYT and MmIiAaMmIi is attacking, so might not end that well for blue. Especially for IDreamAboutYou, who's getting combo to the Dream. IDreamAboutYou have no choice but to run away. Bengdong is pretty much left alone, unfortunately. No way they can survive that, right? Bengdong blocks. They run upstairs, they block again. They climb up. And it looks like they'll get away with it. It's a 4v3 from now on. Orange has lost their egg. We're in pretty much an early deathmatch at this point. We'll have another fight. Bengdong feels brave to at least take on 8641. Any kill at this point is gonna be very helpful. That's a blast ball. That's a blast ball that sends them back to mid. What a tense situation. We have FoxiePandie in one corner getting diamonds. Bengdong in another corner also doing that. Here comes another fight at mid. XYT and FoxiePandie. Pqblito chooses to run away. So does Bengdong. I guess blue is done with collecting the diamonds since they have left the mid all for orange. Let's see what the blue team is up to. So far, nothing much. Pqblito and Bengdong preparing themselves. IDreamAboutYou already breaching to mid. Here comes MmIiAaMmIi. Both IDreamAboutYou and MmIiAaMmIi climbing up. Blast ball. Failed attempt, the second one hit. MmIiAaMmIi now on top of the palace. Bengdong, unfortunately, IDreamAboutYou unfortunately cannot follow. But it doesn't matter because we have an indoor fight here. Pretty much how IDreamAboutYou once again they are alone. Pqblito comes here to help, but now they are surrounded by MmIiAaMmIi and 8641. The whole orange team definitely has the blue team surrounded. IDreamAboutYou unfortunately is obsidian locked, and before the TNT could explode, they got killed. Now it's Pqblito who's receiving the beating. Both Bengdong and Pqblito meet up. That's a blast ball to prevent Bengdong from climbing up. Unfortunately, that did not happen. MmIiAaMmIi in 8641 get Bengdong off the palace. Bengdong tries again. 8641 follows. Pqblito comes here to help. Pqblito kicks 8641 off the roof. It's gonna be one sumo battle, at least to see who gets kicked off to the boys. Now both teammates are separated. That could be very dangerous considering Orange still has 4 players, so they are whole. And boy, sure is dangerous because Pqblito is now being chased by 8641. See what's going on the other side. On the other side, we have Bengdong getting comboed, approaching the edge of the island. 8641 comes here to help. Bengdong makes a wall behind them. MmIiAaMmIi breaks. 8641 tries to get them off. Somehow Bengdong managed to get away. But they're still not safe yet. Orange completely dominates mid. And they have no choice but to go back. But 8641 is not gonna let that happen. Bengdong climbs up. 8641 says that it's not worth trying to get Bengdong yet. Getting that gear is much more important. Maybe then later, if they reach deathmatch, that it will happen. Let's see what the rest of the blue team is about. MmIiAaMmIi managed to get eliminated by Bengdong. Quite the surprise here. And we're down to 3 players from orange and only 2 from blue. With extra 3 alone, maybe Pqblito will aim to at least get them away from the game. Extra T passes Pqblito. And they run to mid to meet up with their teammate 8641. Quite one avoidance of fights we have seen. MmIiAaMmIi decides to go alone to the blue team island. Over here. Perfect time to gear up so far. Let's see where Pqblito is. They are at orange team. While Bengdong is also our orange team here. Extra T and FoxiePandie yet amid collecting more resources. That will be very important for deathmatch later on if they want to aim for that. 5 minutes left. They have passed very quickly indeed. Pqblito heading off to mid now. Gotta grab some resources before FoxiePandie sees you. With that happen, Pqblito starts off with some great combos and proceeds to chase FoxiePandie. Ooh, that's a strength potion. That's gonna be one huge advantage against FoxiePandie. But at least FoxiePandie manages to get Pqblito to the void. And they could get away with it. But unfortunately Bengdong came to help. So that's not happening yet. FoxiePandie is the one being knocked off to the void. We're even now. The 641 shoots. The 641 calls for the teammate to chase the blue. Now that they can at least have a fair fight. Both blue and orange now with only 2 players. The 641 shoots Bengdong, almost gets them to the void. Those arrows are definitely boosting Bengdong towards the orange island. Gotta repair that armor if you want to endure the final fight, which will happen in 3 minutes. It looks like the orange team also got that. Extra T all alone. You should rather gear up and just endure the deathmatch. It looks like they'll do that. A641 says that nah, they're ready. They're ready. They're prepared enough. Or maybe not. Not yet. Well, so far it's a quiet moment of the game. Within 2 minutes, can the underrated be prepared enough for the deathmatch? Bengdong gives one enchantment book to Pqblito. Presumably that's gonna be a sword enchantment. Quite poetic how both teams are in their opposite islands, just gearing up. It doesn't matter anymore when your egg is gone and you're just on the last moments of the game. We pretty much only have 1 minute left at this point, which means that we soon will be seeing both teams go to the mid. Extra T, 8641, Pqblito and Bengdong. We're gonna see them fight in this pretty much ruined mid. It's full of blocks. But that's gonna be the deathmatch zone. Pqblito already waiting for them. Where they could be. Bengdong is still there. 30 seconds to buy the last stuff. 8641 already here, ready to fight. Any quick minutes have passed. We have the last 10 seconds. Which means that we should be seeing the blue team here. If they come, which they do, Bengdong is the first one to arrive. Pqblito was already waiting for them. Bengdong gets knocked off their tower. The final fight has begun. 8641 tries to shoot them away. Pqblito doesn't much. Extra T attacks them from the side. Pretty much both divided. Once again, 8641 is spamming that ball. 1v1 on both sides. Pqblito could not last that long if they only have that iron armor. Bengdong is now getting combos. Pqblito comes here to save. Are you witnessing this? Are you witnessing this? Pqblito has lost their helmet. They re-gear quickly. It's a battle of who does the most combos at this point. It looks like that's happening. Pqblito is getting their armor completely trashed. One combo after the another. Extra T could get Pqblito on their knees at this point. Extra T loses their boots. So does Pqblito. Bengdong, while being chased by 8641, tries to help in whatever they can, but they're suffering the same fate at this point. almost being broken here and there. That's all I can see. And Orange definitely knows how to deal those combos as well. Pqblito gets extra T off Bengdong. That's another helmet pop. That's another helmet pop. The fight is pretty even, despite the amount of combos that Orange is dealing to Blue. But Blue knows how to endure all of that. It's impressive the amount of armor pieces they had for this exact moment. Really planning ahead, but this time Pqblito is definitely on its last knees. There's no way they're surviving that anymore. Now Pqblito's the one who's dealing the combos. Bengdong comes here to help. Pqblito unfortunately succumbed. I already predicted this before. Now it's up to Bengdong, who's the last one here. Chest plate broken. The last thing you can do is run away. There's no way you're surviving that. 8641 shoots. Extra T locks them in obsidian. Looks like blue team is done for. They'll have to accept defeat as Extra T TNTs them. How are you going to escape that if you're getting TNTs all the time? And that's the first game that the Forgotten Elves, after a long final fight, have managed to win. Gotta say, that was pretty impressive from the Underrated, how they have endured for so long. And with this, the first point goes to the Forgotten Elves. 1-1 on X, though. Let's get the next PG ready, which is going to be in fourth. So that's gotta be one heck of a game. We have already seen what both teams are very capable of. Underrated could maybe come back, but the Forgotten Nerds definitely has that PvP advantage for sure. Let's see what will happen in fourth. And the Underrated are the first ones to arrive with Pqblito, tifism, Bengdong, and who else? IDreamAboutYou. So it's gonna be the same lineup. The lineups are in the description, by the way. Now we're waiting for the Forgotten Nerds, the winners of the first game, to show up. And let's see if they do. What an impressive first game so far. I hope you guys are all enjoying it as much as I am. We're gonna get ready for what both teams are truly capable of in a perfect map such as Fourth. The best map in my opinion, that's I gotta say. And here they are, the Forgotten Nerds, with FoxiePandie, X8641, XIT, and MmIiAaMmIi. Wait, I've been pronouncing that wrong. It's actually Miami. Alright, how haven't I noticed that? But their name is actually pronounced Miami, so I've been saying it wrong all the time. Oh well. Oh well. You'll have to excuse me for that. From now on, I will pronounce their name right. But anyways, the 8 players are here. We shall get ready for the second game, which will take place in food. And here we are. From this side, we have the Forgotten Nerds. From this one, we have the Underrated. And you're up! Let's see who makes the first bridge from the Forgotten Nerd side. That is 8641, just like in last game. And of course, they're the first ones to reach the diamonds. IDreamAboutYou has been a bit slower. They decide to go for FoxiePandie first. But look who is already trying for their egg. That's MmIiAaMmIi. Tifism in the way, of course. MmIiAaMmIi doesn't have any weapons yet. MmIiAaMmIi somehow bypasses Bengdong and Pqblito. Rich fight. I like signals. Pqblito climbs up. And with 3 hits, manages to kick MmIiAaMmIi off the bridge. Now it looks like Blue has taken mid. Let's see if they manage to at least gain those diamonds. Nope, they haven't. No, they haven't. XIT so close from the diamonds, grabs them and tries to get Pqblito off the way. While up here, FoxiePandie already heading for the egg. And so they bridge up, but they fall. Tifism bridges up, tries to kick FoxiePandie off the bridge. FoxiePandie leaps towards the egg, and that's gonna be 1 egg break for the Forgotten Nerds. What a huge blow FoxiePandie has assessed to the Underrated, who will now have to endure the rest of the game without an egg. Just like that, FoxiePandie, all it took was a leap. And that's it. IDreamAboutYou, better geared up than FoxiePandie for sure. MmIiAaMmIi comes here to help. FoxiePandie skates. Orange team doing their best to prevent IDreamAboutYou from collecting those diamonds. That's gonna be very important. How are you gonna kill a chainmail armor with a diamond sword with such gear? You can't. You can't. And MmIiAaMmIi knows that, since they have grabbed some diamonds, so they cannot die yet. Pqblito comes here to help. FoxiePandie already fully geared up. Will try to prevent Pqblito from reaching the orange team. Pqblito tries to block. FoxiePandie surrounds Pqblito. Pqblito has to leap away, it seems. Now both orange are separated. MmIiAaMmIi runs to the lower side. And once again, Blue has retaken mid. Here comes tifism to help FoxiePandie. Extra T, I don't think you're going to survive for that long. tifism knows that. And Miami unfortunately gets killed once again. 86-41 completely surrounded. tifism tries to block Extra T from helping their teammate. If it appears like Orange is having a hard time gearing up, because if they get continuously killed in mid, it's about time Blue takes their egg and maybe turns the game around. Miami jumps to the lower side. IDreamAboutYou does the same. 86-41 also. Can Miami at least get them off the stairs? IDreamAboutYou blocks, so that's not happening. As long as you still can come back by getting those diamonds, anything is possible. Blue teams knows that very well. But here we have an even fight between 86-41 and Pqblito. Pqblito could be the first one to fall unless their teammates come here to help in time. But it wasn't much use as Bengdong and Pqblito are eliminated. So is IDreamAboutYou. So this time they couldn't endure that long. Quite the unfortunate news for the underrated, who's now left to fend for themselves, with tifism being the last one here. Orange now absolutely controls mid, one turnaround of events. Will tifism make it at least to their egg? And that's what we want to see now. (86-41) already in the way. FoxiePandie and Miami also try to block. tifism doesn't care. They just want the egg at this point. tifism must get away as soon as they can. And tower up just so they can at least bridge towards the egg. 86-41 is not letting them reach the top. So this tifism has no other way but to tower up already and go for the orange island instead. Could be a perfect chance to leap towards, but that ain't happening yet. Extra T already sees them. tifism buys some obsidian. It's a notch apple. Extra T tries to stop them, not happening yet. They retreat to their egg. Or they reposition themselves to the egg, I mean. tifism understand that it's not yet time to break the egg. Unfortunately, they were too slow and Orange managed to get in their island quickly. They'll have to try again. But unfortunately, tifism is completely surrounded and in a really awkward position since they are pretty much just locked. tifism blocks with obsidian. Wasn't of much use. tifism manages to make it to their home islands safely, but Extra T was already waiting for them. They gotta prevent them from reaching the mid just yet. But all this time could be used for tifism to properly gear up and have a chance at coming back for their entire team, since it's now the fate of their entire team now depends upon tifism. Here comes extra T. tifism bypasses. 8641 blocks them. FoxiePandie tries to shoot them off the table. Now tifism is completely surrounded once again. But they don't care, they gotta make it to the orange island however they can. 8641 leaves, gets in the way. tifism makes it to the egg. With a fast pick, it gets the orange egg successfully. Now all it takes is getting rid of the entire orange team. That's gonna be a daunting task. FoxiePandie tries to shoot as much as he can. And tifism is completely surrounded once again. This time in the bridge, that's gonna be even worse. And with 2 knocks, 2 punches, they almost fall to the void, but tifism leaps and recovers themselves. Now they are in mid. Gonna prevent tifism from going to the island yet. Now as long as they can lock them within all those blocks, and they could have a chance of dealing enough damage to kill him, but so far tifism is just running away from them. MmIiAaMmIi tries to shoot them off the bridge. Not happening yet. They're dangerously close to the edge. FoxiePandie knocks them to the lower side. Are you gonna shoot them if they are completely surrounded by obsidian? There's no way you can shoot them off to the void. It's now up to them. Definitely 8641 is not gonna let them go up. Here comes, they put obsidian behind them. They know that they're gonna shoot at any moment. Extra T blocks one of the entrances. tifism is heading off onto that entrance, which is obviously blocked. So there's no way they can get out safely. They have to tower, but what if they have a bow? Then they get shot to the void, so not a wise choice to make. So they instead tower up safely, safe as they can. FoxiePandie takes advantage of that and drops some TNT. With some perfect bow shots, they could have got tifism to the void already. Looks like FoxiePandie is not gonna let them climb up, no matter how much they try. More bow shots, dangerously close to the edge. tifism knows that they cover their head. More TNT drops. Another one of them. What was that? You cannot be serious. Pqblito is what it takes for the underrated to unfortunately lose the match. This also means that the Forgotten Nerds move on to the quarterfinals. What a second game we have witnessed so far. Absolutely amazing. Well played for both teams. But it's the Forgotten Nerds who's getting the win in the end. And would you look at that? Pan now has a rival. We're having our next quarterfinals confirmed matchup. That's gonna be Pan versus the Forgotten Nerds. GG's to everyone. We'll see you 15 minutes after with the match of the day. That's gotta be MmIiAaMmIi versus the clubs. Amazing match. We have witnessed so many high class levels duels right there. Can't wait to see how the clubs and MmIiAaMmIi will perform. Hope you guys have enjoyed this match as much as I did. We will see you in 15 minutes.